Welcome to Myanmar Today. I'm Henry Zin with the latest news and reports from around Myanmar. Vietnam and Year 9 brings us the first report. NLD marks the 31st anniversary of its founding. Williamson's story coverage on Chinese Film Festival celebration in Naypyidaw. Shwe has a report on the 20th anniversary of Shwe Lwin Home for the Aged. David Tanner covered the story on 100-plus active competitive run. Before we get to the reports, let's check on some local news. As the rural power supply project continues to be installed outside the power grid system, new solar power will be made available in 51 villages in Tachi Lake Township. The Rural Development Department is carrying out the Rural Electricity Access Project, financed by World Bank loans. Only 48 villages registered to install solar power during this fiscal year. Now, according to the Rural Development Department in Tachi Lake Township, the number of villages has increased to 51 in Tachi Lake Township. Yangon Children's Hospital heart specialist team performed heart surgeries on 50 children with congenital heart disease in collaboration with Japan-based Akimi-chan Fund during the last week of September. All surgeries were reported to be successful. The surgeries were carried out from Monday to Friday last week. This collaboration is made possible by the Ministry of Health and Sport, and so far they have successfully performed surgery on 400 patients. The Yangon water bus service has been suspended for 1 month from 27th of September to October 30th on account of a major upgrade, according to Ngui Bai, the manager of the Yangon water bus service. As part of the upgrade, water vessels will also be imported so they can be operated in the Ngamoyik Creek. Permission will be sought for the construction of the Ngamoyik jetty, and payment machines will be installed on the water vessels. The Yangon water bus service is also operated daily for pilgrims and riverine cruise tours. And that's all with the local news, and we're moving on to our first report. Myanmar's ruling party, NLD, celebrated its 31st anniversary last Friday at the party's headquarters in Yangon. The ceremony was attended by the patron of the party, U Ting-u, members of the party's Central Executive Committee, and the Yangon Region Chief Minister, U Pyo-min-they. Our reporters Pei and Ye Nai will tell us more.
It's been now in 31st year since NLD, National League for Democracy Party, was established, which also becomes the country's ruling party. The ceremony to mark 31st founding anniversary of NLD was held at the party's headquarters in Yangon on 27th September. NLD was founded exactly on that day back in 1988. The ceremony was attended by the patron of the party, U Ting-u, members of the party's Central Executive Committee, Yangon Region Chief Minister U Pyo-min-they, regional local representatives, and representatives from other political parties, including invited guests. The chairman of the ceremony, Lwin, who is also NLD's Central Executive Committee and Secretariat member, elaborated on how it came to establish the party. He also said the party was set up according to the history's calling and people's will and trust.
Aung San Suu Kyi is the nation's leader for democracy. She is exactly the great leader who could transform Myanmar into a new democratic nation. And she is the visionary leader with a history of great persistence and compassion. NLD pledges to do more what should done for the good of the country's people. When it comes to the citizens, we bring the best to all without discrimination or favoritism between the party's voters and others. That means we should also do for the good of the voters of other parties.
During its 31st founding ceremony, the party also announced it's been steadfastly carrying out its 5 great visions right from the start, and its election commitment towards multi-party democracy amid disruptions and barriers.
I am very satisfied with what we have done throughout these 31 years. We always stand together with our people. Still, there could be a lot more left to do. But speaking of overall, we have been together in 31st year And also the party never falls apart during that time. We always comply fully with the guidance of our great leader, Do Aung San Suu Kyi, and CEC leadership.
Speaking on preparations for upcoming election in 2020, one of the party spokespersons said NLD is preparing for strategic planning for a decisive victory with all its loyalty to the country and its compassion to the people.
As far as I'm concerned, Daw Aung San Suu Kyi has a great unique vision. She wants to create a situation until the country no longer needs her. That's exactly what she is doing right now. She said she wants to transfer power as quick as possible when the people can stand on their own choices, on the right track to federal democratic system. As for her, she wants to remain as the respected person of people and will give advice.
In its statement, NLD also announced that it has a strong belief in the public trust in the party and also their readiness for their free will. Besides, speaking of 2008 constitutional amendments, it's an important moment and a huge challenge for all people of the country, not just Bidang Suluto. And that is the national duty for every citizen to successfully amend the unacceptable and undemocratic constitutions.
That's a report on NLD, marks the 31st anniversary of its founding. Alright, we'll move on to weather forecast now. In Yangon, it's going to be partly sunny and very warm in the afternoon, and it'll just be partly cloudy at night. The daily outlook is around 34 degrees Celsius high, but it's going to feel like 40 degrees Celsius. There's astonishingly low chance of rain for the day. In Naypyidaw, there's going to be clouds and sunshine, a thunderstorm in the afternoon, and it'll just be cloudy at night. The daily outlook is around 33 degrees Celsius high, but it's going to feel like 38 degrees Celsius. There's about 54% chance of rain for the day. In Mandalay, there's going to be a morning thunderstorm in parts of the area, otherwise cloudy in the afternoon, but there will be overcast, a thunderstorm in the area late at night. The daily outlook is around 32 degrees Celsius high, but it's going to feel like 37 degrees Celsius. There's about 56% chance of rain for the day. Stay with us, we have a report from Williamson, and then we'll check on the stocks and currency exchange rates. Chinese Film Festival is the annual film festival which has been celebrated for years in Myanmar. Now it has been celebrated in some of the major cities of Myanmar, and Naypyidaw is one of them. The festival was inaugurated by the Chinese ambassador, Mr. Chen Hai, last Friday, and the locals and students were able to watch some of the popular Chinese movies for free. Williamson has the story.
The Chinese Film Festival is the annual film festival, which is also one of the cultural programs by the Embassy of China. This film festival is jointly organized together with China Radio International, China Film Group Corporation, and Chinese Cultural Center, along with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Ministry of Information, and Myanmar Radio, and other film organizations. In the previous years, some of the most popular Chinese films such as Zhuangzhang, Kung Fu Yoga, Operation Red Sea, and Wolf Warriors, and several other films with Myanmar language dub were shown in the film festival in the major cities such as Yangon, Naypyidaw, and Mandalay. The core aim of the festival is to be able to strengthen the relation between China and Myanmar and grow the friendship stronger. The festival was celebrated at On the Bay Cinema in Naypyidaw, and the opening ceremony was held. And the film festival began after Mr. Chen Hai cut the ribbon along with Wu Aung-hlatung, Deputy Minister for Information, on 27th of September. Speaking at the opening ceremony, Wu Aung-hlatung said,
When we look back the history of bilateral relations between Myanmar and China, we can clearly see the two nations are compatible with each other and we see the need of each other for both nations. China and Myanmar both have a long history of helping each in the time of need, which history itself is the proof. We cannot deny that a good relation between the two nations is also important for other communities as well. The film festival we are celebrating today and the films we watch are made based on the lifestyle and culture of China. I hope that this festival will enhance the relation between the two nations and help the people understand each other's culture better.
Now let's take a listen to Mr. Chiang Hai, the Chinese ambassador to Myanmar.
In the 70th anniversary for the founding of China, the Chinese economy has changed greatly. The people are now starting to walk from the path of physical prosperity to the path of enlightenment. The Chinese films, which are made based on all aspects of life, will be able to tell the history of China, culture, and the daily lifestyle of the people. With the coming of Belt and Road, Myanmar and China have built China-Myanmar Economic Chamber of Commerce. China will deepen the connection with Myanmar in the film industry, which will play an important role in bridging the two nations. As the festival is celebrated in the time of 70th Chinese National Day, with the aim to tell the development history of China, we are holding this event. China has a long history of development of living standard. By holding festival like this, I hope the people of Myanmar will learn more about China and deepen our friendship as well. I have been in Myanmar for about 3 months. During these 3 months, I see the rapid development of film industry here in Myanmar. We have seen the first ever 3D film in Myanmar. There are several cultural heritages with its history. We see the increasing number of Chinese who are very much interested in Myanmar, who are willing to build good friendship with Myanmar. As we are able to show Chinese films here in Myanmar, I hope that we will also be able to show Myanmar films in China as well in near future.
This is Williamson reporting for MI Radio.
That's a report on Chinese Film Festival celebration in Naypyidaw. And here we have the information on currency rates from Myanmar Central Bank. $1 is at 1,531 kyats. 1 Chinese renminbi is at 215 kyats. €1 is at 1,672 kyats. 1 pound sterling is at 1,880 kyats. 1 Singapore dollar is at 1,108 kyats. 1 Malaysian ringgit is at 365 kyats. 1 Thai baht is at 50 kyats, and the Indian rupee is at 21 kyats. Gold is trading at $1,492. Silver is at $17, and Brent crude oil is at $56. On the Yangon Stock Exchange, FMI remains at 11,500. MTSH is up 100 at 4,200. MCB remains at 8,400. FBB remains at 26,000. TMH is up 50 at 3,050. You're watching MI Radio's Myanmar Today. Go ahead and log on to our website at miradio.com.mm and listen to our radio programs live on the website. We're also running on FM 96.1 in Yangon, 96.5 in Manali, and 96.7 in Naypyidaw. Or you can simply download MI Radio app on your smart devices so you can listen to our radio programs on the go. And we have more reports for you, so let's check out the next one. The 20th anniversary of Shwe Lwin Home for the Aged was celebrated on Saturday. Over 70 elderly are staying at the Shwe Lwin Home for the Aged and Shwe Lwin Company. We have Thora Swizin with the details.
Shwe Lwin Home for the Aged, which is located in the Gomyuti Second Township, has been for 20 years since its foundation, and the ceremony of celebrating the 20th anniversary was held at Shwe Lwin Home for the Aged on 28 September. The ceremony was attended by Dr. Donini, patron of Shwe Company Limited, responsible leader representatives of the Community Second Township, staffs, and the elderly from Shwe Home for the Aged, donors, and the invited guests. When the Community Second Township was founded in 1998, the basic infrastructures were also established and a home for the aged was also included. The construction budget and the other essential items, such as cars, were donated by Shwe Company Limited, so it was named Shwe Home for the Aged. The Home for the Aged is managed by the Working Committee with voluntary members from different organizations and who are retired government officers. Through 20 years, not only Shwe Company Limited has been donating, but also other donors came to donate.
Because of the increase of donation, we were able to build a new hall for the elderly with chronic diseases. Originally, there were 4 halls in which 96 people can stay. At the moment, there are 72 elderly staying. If some of them are suffering from chronic diseases, we move them to the new hall, separating them from healthy persons to make sure them all convenient.
The elderly staying there are at least 60 years old, and those who are in poor conditions without being dependent are accepted. The staffs who are to take care of the elderly are trained at Department of Social Welfare. For the health care of the elderly, there is a health assistant who can take care of their normal sickness. The responsible doctors of the township and the volunteering doctors come occasionally for medical checkup.
Our Lwin Company Limited family is very pleased to donate for this home for the aged. I would like to thank the elderly who came to stay at Lwin Home for the Aged. And we are so happy to see all the elderly beautiful, healthy, and happy every year. I wish all the best for the elderly who are staying here to be healthy and happy.
The total cost for the elderly is about 4 to 5 million just per month. In the ceremony, over 33 million just was received from the donors.
In this raining season, fence was quite damaged, so we are to renovate and maintain it. We are also to build a new landscaping area with flowers and plants. Moreover, since the raining season will be over soon, we will take the elderly who are able to travel to the pagodas in Yangon, or not far from Yangon, such as pagoda in Bago.
As celebration of the 20th anniversary, standalone mango trees were planted, and the elderly were donated with the personal commodities. This is Dora Susan reporting from MI Radio.
That's a report on the 20th anniversary of Shwe Lwin Home for the Aged. Well, here's the last report on 100 Plus Active Competitive Run. 100 Plus Active Competitive Run 2019 will be held on December 1st. The registration for the run has been open since the first week of September until November 10th. The aim of the run is to ensure people to have a healthy lifestyle and also a mini marathon experience. Our reporter David Henderson on the run with the story.
100 Plus Active Run can be described as short or mini marathon, which trigger the people who love running and like parts of the marathon. Before we talk about the details of 100 Plus Active Competitive Run, let's find out what is running all about. Running is a method of terrestrial locomotion. Running is a type of guide characterized by an aerial phase in which all feet are above the ground. With that being said, I've interviewed brand and sponsorship manager of 100 Plus, Mon-Fri.
We have been organizing 100 Plus active run since 2017 annually. So for this year 2019, we will be naming the run as 100 Plus Active Competitive Run. This year will be the third time for the run to be held in Yangon. There were about 4,200 active participants in 2017. In 2018, we had about 4,800 participants. So for this year, we are expecting about over 5,000 participants to compete in both 5 kilometers and 10 kilometers run. This 100 Plus active competitive run has been supported by 2 government departments. Firstly, Yangon City Development Committee (YCDC) helps up with the clearance and safety of the roads and the running rules. Moreover, Ministry of Health and Sports helps up in timing, rules, and etc.
I've also interviewed her for what kind of registration option can the people apply and the detailed date of it as well.
Well, as this year run is named as 100 Plus Active Competitive Run, competitive parks involved in the run more than past year's run. We had only given prizes for winner, first runner-up, and second runner-up during the past years. But this year we will be giving prizes from winner to 9 runner-up. And the reason why we use competitive words in the run's name is that we want that people who love marathon and running to be able to have some competitive spirit this time. Maybe they can compete with their friends, loved ones, or people they may meet in the competition. Either way, it will spice up more to be the competition and be more fun.
She will also be explaining about this year's special name compared to last year, which it includes competitive.
On the competition day, we will not accept any registration because we will be providing with 2 kinds of registration. There will be online registration on our website and Facebook page, which you can easily register at home. Furthermore, there will be manual ticket buying or registration as well. For that, we have outlets from sponsored companies, CMHL outlets and gyms. So potential runners have 2 options to register or buy ticket, which may be more convenient for them. As our run will be on December 1st, we have started to open all the online and manual registration since September 3rd. The registration is open for everyone until November 10. Race pack will be handed out to the registered participants on November 27, 28, and 29.
As YCDC support for this event for this year as well, what kind of supporting will be? We will be hearing out from Lwin Mao, who is the Director for Pollution Control and Cleansing Department, Environment Management Authority of YCDC.
As Yangon City Development Committee (YCDC), we support this competition to ensure people in Yangon to have a healthy lifestyle, a mini marathon experience, and to have fun as a whole. And also, we help to make sure the running route to be safe, not to have traffic jam throughout the route, and of course covering for other necessities as well. There will be 2 running routes, which are 5 kilometers and 10 kilometers. We will be providing the best route which we possibly can. For the 5-kilometer route, the starting point will be from Tuwana Football Stadium to Vizianda Road through Myanmar Road and then back to Tuwana Stadium for the finish line. For 10-kilometer route, the starting point will be also from the Tuwana Football Stadium to Vizianda Road through Parami traffic light area and back to Tuwana Stadium.
Reporter David Tanner reporting from Myanmar International Radio.
That's all the reports we have for today. Well, next we go to China with a bit of international news. Chinese government hosted a lunch reception for the Chinese citizens overseas who came to visit Beijing for the celebration of the 70th anniversary of the People's Republic of China. Many Chinese nationals who have been away from their homeland were invited by the Chinese government to join and witness the celebration. Here we have a short video report from our reporter Thora in Beijing.
Hello everyone, this is your reporter Daughter reporting you from MI Radio. To welcome the big celebration for 70th anniversary of the founding of the People's Republic of China, the Chinese government held a lunch reception on September 29th for the overseas Chinese people at the Daoyutai State Guest House located in Beijing. Many Chinese people who have been away from their homeland get invited by Chinese government to join and witness the celebration for 70th anniversary, which will be auspiciously celebrated on October 1st. The Chinese government officials welcomed the visitors and opened the lunch receptions.
In other news, Amazon has announced that its virtual assistant Alexa will soon be able to mimic the voice of the actor Samuel L. Jackson, among other celebrities. The firm intends to charge a fee for the feature, with each voice costing 99 cents. The company has also refreshed its range of Echo speakers, adding a larger high-end version with Dolby Atmos for 3D sound. Amazon is the world's best-selling smart speaker brand. However, that position is being challenged by Chinese companies including Baidu, while Google is also expected to unveil new gear of its own next month.
Just like we practiced. Ready?
I'm always ready.
Showtime.
Today in Los Angeles, it's 85 degrees. Say my name. Woohoo! Oh, aren't we organized? I'm not reminding you of...
MI Radio's Myanmar Today from me and the team. That's it for now. Thank you for watching.